Hi everyone, welcome back to David That Goes Hobbies. Right, truck driving. I'm going to list off 10 things that I suggest you should use reasons for not becoming a HGV driver. Right, first reason. Possibility of mental health issues. When I say mental health issues, stress, anxiety, pressure, marriage breakdown, not getting home, arguments with a boss, and treated like shit. That's the first. Secondly, they think you're Santa Claus. You can deliver anything, anywhere, any time, any distance. 3. Maintenance of the vehicles. I have had so many times to defect a vehicle. In past experiences, these vehicles should never be on the road, but they're given to the driver and expected to drive it. And the same with trailers. They should never be on the road. I think that was number 3. But the next reason would be people's attitudes. People's attitude towards you, the truck, people's attitude of you being in the way, people's attitude where I've got to be in front of you, people's attitude from other lorry drivers that are reckless and could kill you, car drivers that take your braking distance, van drivers that are suicidal. Next reason, your wife or partner, you never see them, you're never there for them, your kids you don't see growing up, you don't get to have a proper social life, you don't get to see your friends, family, you're working all the hours under the sun, you're rushing around like a headless chicken, you're tired, you don't eat properly, you have to drink gallons of coffee, you go to bed tired, no facilities to wash properly. If you can get to have a shower, it's find somewhere to park in a truck stop. Using the toilet, having to take your own toilet with you, and if you haven't seen that, watch the video. Not being able to make phone calls to your loved ones, not being able to make phone calls and getting agitated, not being able to use the phone in an emergency, the general stress of the job, wages. Some companies want to pay you monthly. It's alright if you're office staff, but as a driver, it should be weekly paid. Transport managers that think you can do it when you know you can't, and they say, well, try it, have a go, and then you get transport managers that you give them 110% and they still take 120. Bosses that are tighter than duck's arse. You report defects for the vehicles and trailers don't get done or bodged up, having to buy your own equipment to make the vehicle roadworthy again. It just goes on and on and on. Your mental ability to keep concentrated. You're driving for hours and hours and hours. You see dead people, dead animals, dying people, dying animals. You end up killing animals, injuring animals, killing birds, possibly having an accident, a fatal accident, killing yourself. Mental health issues in respect of being able to cope with the stress of the job, and dealing with the idiots on the road that don't know how to drive. They do the most stupidest thing when you don't expect it. Manoeuvring your vehicle into places that they expect to get in. Well, the last driver did it. Oh, it's only that far on the map. Yeah, it might be that far on the map, but and then there's parking up, trying to find somewhere that's safe to park, fuel theft, cargo theft, risk of being done over. Lack of sleep, having to hold your toilet, not eating properly, cabs with no microwaves or fridges, lack of company, giving jobs that, as I say, they must think you're Santa Claus, driving from one end of the country to the other, driving unsociable hours, not knowing if you're going to be at home at night, not knowing if you're going to get home tonight in one piece, don't know if you're going to be killed or injured. You cut yourself open, you'll suffer with arthritis later in life. Tiredness. It just goes on and on and on. Oh, not forgetting the planners in the office. They couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery, let alone a food on a winkle stall. And that doesn't include the weather. Having to cope with high winds, how to safely stop your vehicle, how to avoid accidents, defensive driving, how to deal with the rain, the snow, the wind, all the elements, how to deal with people's attitudes, how to deal with your attitudes, how to manage your attitudes, how to manage tiredness, getting sufficient sleep, having somewhere clean to sleep, making sure your vehicle's roadworthy, how to make sure your vehicle's got everything you need in it, having a list of what you need to take, having the food to eat, bosses not paying for parking, having to run with little or no fuel because fuel theft. Excuse me. Home life, a stressful home life, a wife or partner doesn't understand what it takes, and they expect you to do as much at the weekend as you would do normally, and they don't understand you need your rest. You need to be recovering from the weeks of stress, because it might not be so much physical but more mental stress and mental exhaustion. So there you go. I think I've exceeded just the 10 items that why you shouldn't become a HGV driver. Excuse me. So I think the disadvantages outweigh the advantages. What do you think? Are you wanting to become a HGV driver? And I think if you do become a HGV driver, you might regret it for the rest of your life. But not only that, if you leave a comment about what I've said, and if that resonates with you, let me know. And obviously we covered a lot in this video, but I was hoping to make it into a short. It didn't turn out to be a short, did it? But there you go. The more reasons why not to become a lorry driver, then there is reasons to become a lorry driver. Please leave a comment down below. Please like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you next video. Thank you.